Will Klay Thompson play in back-to-backs this season? Steve Kerr weighs in. Steve Kerr anticipates Klay Thompson will play in both ends of back-to-backs at some point this season. Klay Thompson hasn't played in both nights of a back-to-back since he returned midway through last season after suffering 2 major leg injuries. But that soon could change. Steve Kerr said pregame that he anticipates the 5-time All-Star will be cleared at some point this season to play 2 nights in a row. It's a positive development for Thompson, who's been eager to return to form after injuries shelved him for 2.5 years. Kerr said he's been talking to team director sports medicine and performance Dr. Rick Celebrini, who said there's not a science or perfect formula to determine when Thompson will be ready to play in consecutive games with such a short turnaround. Thompson went through a court workout before Saturday's game against the Rockets, which replicated the workload he would have in a game to see how his body responds. It's just precautionary more than anything, Kerr said. And so as we go during the season, there probably will come a time where Klay does play some back-to-backs. Jordan Poole replaced Thompson in the starting lineup, joining the rest of the usual suspects on the court for the beginning of the game. That's also a welcoming sign since other starters have sat in 2 of the team's 5 back-to-backs this season. Kerr said travel can have a big part in determining a player's availability, especially since guys are more likely to experience fatigue during road trips. Having both games of this back-to-back at Chase Center, Kerr said, is a big deal for the rest of the crew. Home back-to-backs aren't as big of a deal for us, the Warriors coach said, so everybody else, other than Klay, is ready to go. The Warriors have 10 more back-to-backs left this season. Poole's jaw-dropping no-look pass leads to dunk from Kuminga. Jordan Poole had Chase Center on its feet in the second quarter of the Warriors' matchup with the Houston Rockets on Saturday night. With 7:40 remaining in the half, Poole drove to the paint, stopped, turned 180 degrees and flicked a no-look, behind-the-back pass to Jonathan Kuminga, who caught the pass and went up for an easy dunk. Poole's no-look pass somehow was both Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes-esque and left Houston in disbelief. The Warriors' young guard finished the half with 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting from the field and 3 of 5 from three-point range. He also handed out 5 assists. 1 assist, however, stood out above the rest. Kerr, Steph react to Dub's mind-boggling traveling violations. Kerr changes tune, now says Klay could play back-to-backs. Klay Thompson really wants to play in both ends of back-to-back games, but up until Saturday, the message from Coach Steve Kerr and the Warriors is that it probably wasn't going to happen this season. Before the Warriors' game against the Houston Rockets at Chase Center, Kerr offered a hint that the team's mindset might be changing regarding Thompson's workload. Asked if Thompson sitting out the second night of all back-to-backs was the new normal, Kerr disagreed. No, the hope is that he will play back-to-backs later this year, Kerr told reporters. Today, he'll go through a really good court workout to try to simulate as best we can what a back-to-back would feel like for him. In talking to Director of Sports Medicine and Performance, Rick Celebrini, last night, he said there's not really a science to it or a formula, but it's just precautionary, more than anything. So as we go during the season, there probably will be a time where Klay does play some back-to-backs. Kerr's latest comments come a month after he told reporters that Thompson may not play in both ends of back-to-backs all season long. 2 days later, Thompson met with the media and admitted that while sitting the second night of a back-to-back doesn't feel good to him, he knows why the Warriors' brain trust made this decision. So it never sits right with me, but I also understand that we have a huge goal and that is winning a championship, so maybe it's not full throttle just yet, Thompson said on November 6.